All right, live. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had stuff to do at home. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Say hello if you're here. If you can, please share this to social media outlets if you have them. All right, let's view my activity here. All right, awesome. Hi, Sammy, Ochoa, Amethyst Hands. Hi, Mike. All right, so you guys, we're gonna go over the transits for the, and then go into the readings. If you guys purchase readings, you can actually purchase them during the live too. Let me go ahead and give you guys the link for that if you guys are interested in getting a reading. I did add something new for tomorrow for TOLTEC Tuesdays, and a new type of energy work is Galactic Codes and Integration. So this is a combination of a digital drawing or channeled digital artworks that I'm going to do for you guys. And so I do light language. I speak light language. I also download light language. And so I write it down in my beautiful handy dandy iPad. And then I get information from your guides, and specifically from whatever constellation they're coming from, especially your galactic guides. Sometimes Archangel will show up because the Archangels have a link to these constellations too. They have a kind of similar signature to these galactic guides, or they are the mediators between us and them too. Okay, so it's a combination of energies. So then I do the galactic code. I usually get like a frequency as well as a color and a tone to use. And then I get straight channeled meditation for you guys, like kind of directing the energy for you guys. So it's all energy work combined with this stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, you must purchase it before I start the live tomorrow, TOLTEC Tuesdays. We're going to begin at 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 Mountain, 8 Eastern. So I highly recommend that. I love doing these codes. I know that I have a lot of people who actually book these codes for themselves. I do these as well as I have like different options on my website if you guys are interested in getting an emailed one, which is not an energy healing thing, so to speak, but it's like a channeled artwork with a reading, okay, incorporated into it. But anyway, I highly recommend for those who are interested in getting upgrades or feel like they need it. I feel like there's an energy around them that they need to discover what it is even further. Because I know I've been there before where I'm just like, there's like this energy hovering over me. I'm not sure what this is, but it's intense. And it's very like, sometimes it comes in like sporadic because you're downloading and channeling. So those who want clarification on what this galactic code is, because it's most likely a galactic code that's coming in for you guys for upgrades, you guys could book this for tomorrow, and we could do that for you tomorrow during the live. So anyway, what was I looking for? So I'm like trailing off. That's what happens. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this link for those who are interested in purchasing still, but it's also the link that is within the comment section of this video too, okay? So here we go. I'm just gonna put it here just to make it more convenient for everyone else. There it is. Hi, Maxine. Okay. You know what's funny is every time I talk about galactics and stuff like that, everything goes haywire. Like goes crazy. It interferes with it. Like right now, it's interfering with my mouse. All right, whatever. It's broken. It's broken. My mouse is broken. They broke my mouse. There, now it's working. Wow. Ugh. Here, I was trying to pin the actual website link. Just all this intense energy from the Galactics are just messing with my mouse. All right. Anyway, we're going to start off with what's going on for the week. As you guys are aware, there's intensity happening all over. There is a lot of shadows coming up. There is, you could see it. You can clearly see it and how everything's playing out, especially in the United States for the elections. Clearly see the shadows. There's a lot of people who are denying the shadows and who are thinking this is normal when it's not. Okay. And then, of course, you know, when we think about it, this is not normal at all. Like this shit is not normal. This is a really intense shadow energy happening. There's a lot of people who are, I would say, anchor points for shadows and negativity. Not just the shadow, but the negativity behind it. Because shadow is neutral. It's not really negative, okay? And so there's whatever's behind it that is hidden, right? So the energy behind the shadows that is hidden or that we are actually seeing now is negative, okay? And so that being said, we are seeing this completely clear. For those who are intuitive and very sensitive, be careful. If you are not, I would say, if you are not fortified in your being, meaning you don't know yourself well enough, or you haven't done any type of energy work before in your life, I would not recommend that you engage in what's happening out there, okay, in society with these election shadow and negative energies happening and stuff like that. I would not recommend it to you guys. So those who are veterans like myself and other, you know, healers who've worked through their own shadow work and understand to look beyond the negativity and the false light, as well as the false manipulation of things, then yes, you guys trust your intuition on this, okay? But regardless of what anybody believes or anybody thinks, everything is as it should be, okay? This is playing out for our eyes, before our eyes, for a purpose, okay? Things need to change, all right? So that's what it is. It's a change. It's a changing of the control and power dynamics here on this planet, okay? So definitely important for you guys to be mindful, especially because these transits are very apparent in what's going on here in the political climate. So just understand that that's what's happening, you guys. Just be patient with yourselves. Have patience and have faith. You know, that's all we can do, is that we can always just have control over what's happening with us, you know, initially. You know, what's going on around us, it can't be controlled, but we can control the way that we feel about it, okay? And the way that we express our feelings towards it, okay? So anyway, we're going to start off. Thank you, Sam. Hi, Denise. So we're going to start off today, the November 9th. We have Ceres, and it's moving out of Aquarius. My bad. So it's moving out of Aquarius into Pisces. Okay. So this is happening, or it actually already happened, because, oh no, it's actually happening in an hour. Oh, no, it didn't. It happened at the AM. So let me look at this real quick. 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. My bad. So Ceres in Pisces is the ultimate energy of unconditional love. Okay. A very nurturing and loving mother type of energy, bringing us the energy of self-sacrifice, deep love and empathy for others. But there's a shadow aspect to this too. Okay. So you're being asked to connect to the collective consciousness. Like I said before, those who have done energy work before and are veterans of this work, especially that are comfortable with doing shadow work, meaning that you're like ready to see the truth, even if you don't like it, even if you don't agree with it, you are accepting of it. Connect to the collective consciousness of humanity today. It's important, okay? You are being asked to assist in healing and clearing of the darkness behind the shadow, okay? The negativity behind the shadow, the manipulation behind the shadow, the forces of control. Okay, those that are trying to control things so that things go their way behind the shadow. Okay, so we're asked to do that, and it's not just within ourselves, it's also within the collective consciousness of humanity. There are forces at play here, human beings, I would say, that are unwilling to be I would say helpful, are unwilling to assist in the evolution of humanity. And so that's who we are supposed to, so many ways, pray for, send them love as a gift, so that when they're ready, they accept the love, the gift of love. Don't force light into them, directly into them, just give it as a gift. Like it's like something like you wrap up in a package, an energetic package, I would say, and just send it and say, at this time, whenever you're ready, here's a gift of love and light for you to open whenever your soul needs it. Know that we are supportive of you, know that we love you because you exist. And that's it, things like that. So that's what we're being asked to do, okay? Not to manipulate the energy to our favor either, okay? Not to say, I'm forcing this light into the darkness, into these people so that they can see the truth. That's forceful. That's not how we work. We have it option to send light and love to people who need it, and respect their free will, so that if they are willing to accept the gift, then that's that. They'll accept it. We are not supposed to force, okay, a change. All right. So that's what we're being asked for, this beautiful energy of Ceres and Pisces. That's what it asks us to do. But the shadow aspect will be a forceful energy. It will be playing the victim, being a martyr, having a savior complex. Okay. Like, I am here to sacrifice myself for the good of humanity. That is the shadow side, or the negative side of Ceres and Pisces. So be mindful of that happening with you, okay? So we are also asked to see beyond any type of confusing energy of toxic codependency within our relationships, any enabler behavior within ourselves. Are we enabling people to act bad, to be selfish, to do all this negativity, to harm others? Are we enabling them, or are we actually calling them out? Okay, so we got to be very mindful of that. All right, because when we think about it, unconditional love incorporates self-love. It incorporates self-care. It creates clear and healthy boundaries too. And also, understanding that we can speak to people in a compassionate and loving way. Even if they do something wrong, we could still tell them, hey, you know what? Yes, you did that wrong. Like, don't deny the wrong that they did. Say, yes, you did that wrong, but what have you learned from this? How are you applying this lesson? Being the teacher is important around these times too. Okay. Understanding that's your role in this lifetime, especially everyone who I'm affiliated with. Like, everyone that I work with is a healer. Okay. Like, I always say that, I always throw it out to the universe, to creator, bring me the healers that need some temporary assistance. I'm here to assist temporarily, and to empower them to seek their path. that's who I am. That's what I'm here to do is, and I'm kind of like the empowerment coach for healers, so that you guys can finally, assist humanity in however that looks like for you. Okay. You're an individual. You have your own abilities. It's a remembrance process. Yes. And I'll assist you with remembering, of course. But ultimately it's up to you. Okay, it is your life, your abilities, and you are empowered through Creator who made you this way to use those gifts for the highest and best for all, including yourself. Not just, like I said, martyrdom, right? Not being the savior of all humanity and sacrificing yourself, right? there's a balancing act that needs to happen with that, okay? But yeah, so that's why I always attract those healers here, to my channel. Everyone who watches my videos is a healer, is a shaman, is a light bringer, is a transmuter of energy, is a alchemist. Okay. And so, because that's how I want it to be, because I attract my tribe, just like you guys attract your tribe, And so that being said, we have to be mindful of what's going on with the energies, with ourselves, and astrology, things like that, because astrology is in so many ways a guiding energy, where if we can't pinpoint what's happening with our emotions or why people are acting the way that they're acting in society, then we could look to astrology to pinpoint that and give us the blueprint of this, what's going on. It's like an explanation to what's going on, so that we won't be confused. Okay. And we would understand what to look out for and how to navigate through these trying times. All right. So moving on, we're still on Monday at 8:08 a.m. today, Pacific Standard Time. Venus in Libra opposes retrograde Mars in Aries. So this energy focuses on relationships between men and women, between the yin and yang energies, between the masculine and feminine. Okay. So Venus in Libra is all about loving and harmonious relationships. It's getting to that beauty within love, making everything beautiful, making everything just sensual and loving. Okay. And so the shadow side of Venus in Libra is also about an enmeshment, not being able to see the truth or unwilling to see the truth about the opposite side of yourself or within your own relationship. Okay. It's a codependent energy too. So it's very important for us to really look at our relationships and if they are, in that or heading in that direction of being toxic or having toxic traits. Okay. And it's also like, the shadow side of this is also unwillingness to leave an unhealthy relationship because you're so accustomed to having someone around and you are in fear of being alone. Okay. And so it's you rather have bad company than no company at all. Like that's what the real energy shadow side of this transit is. Okay. So let's move on. We have Mars in Aries is very assertive, very dynamic energy, but its shadow side can be very aggressive, very combative, selfish. So we see, Venus in Libra represents the feminine, but then we have the masculine represented by Mars and Aries. Okay. So we see those two energies combined today and, working against each other sometimes, but also working to assist us in harmonizing and balancing those aspects within us. Okay. So the focus right now will be about the dual nature in relationships, about the dual forces within ourselves, the masculine and feminine within ourselves too, and how it's projected outwards into the way that we interact with other people, our perspective when it comes to our relationships with others, things like that. Okay. So with Mars in the 10th in this tense aspect to Venus, there may be a need to cut ties or end things with certain types of relationships. And it's always up to you to discern where that needs to happen. Okay. It could easily be with, looking beyond the into platonic relationships too, like friendships that are just not two-sided, that are all one-sided, or even careers, working with individuals within a career or within a workspace too. Your coworkers, maybe there's a toxic coworker that just doesn't do shit for anybody, that is super selfish and is not a team player, and so looking at that is important to assess, as well as to take action as well, because you have that Mars energy. Mars is all about action. Okay. Yes, complain. Yes, bitch. Yes, confront people. But but what are you going to do after that? What are the next steps after, you having that discussion with someone? Are you going to tell them to leave? Are you going to leave? Or are you going to have, someone interfere, like a supervisor telling them to, fix their shit or get out, it's just, to me, it feels like it's kind of like, yes, we are being asked to harmonize our relationships, but we have to take action as well. Okay. So that's the key. That's the whole key of this energy. Okay. So then we have the Sun in Scorpio trine, retrograde, Neptune in Pisces at 9:11 p.m. tonight. And this is going to happen in 2 hours. So this is a very dreamy and romantic and creative energy, okay? So it's kind of like, give yourself time to meditate with this energy, create a space of allowing yourself to flow, okay? Allowing yourself to be present, okay? But also pay attention to your emotions, your intuition, any inner experience or inner dialogue that you may have with yourself. It's pay attention, write things down, journal if you need to, draw if you need to, whatever it is that you're using this expressive as well as creative energy is important for you, because there's mysteries to be uncovered, okay? Especially the mystery of you, okay? So this is very beautiful energy later on tonight. Hey, Lizzie. Hi, Norma. Saying sorry after. Sorry, but you suck. Just kidding. So for Tuesday, you guys, so this is just Monday, all right? Crazy energy. So for Tuesday, it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad on Tuesday. Tomorrow, it's not going to be that bad. At like 1:50 p.m., Mercury moves out of Libra and into Scorpio. Okay, it's not. I guess it's gonna be intense, but it's a good energy. I like when air signs combined with water signs, because it does give the water signs an extra push forward, kind of like, yes, let's analyze this, but let's also do something about it too. And don't be so fucking critical too. I always like have that go with the flow type of energy of the air sign with the water signs. And the water signs are just like, okay, I guess we can do that. Instead of being stuck, especially because, we got Mercury in Scorpio, and Scorpio is all about diving deep, right? And then Mercury's just like, nah, man, let's research shit and investigate, but let's also chillax too. Be curious, but don't overdo it. You know what I mean? So just be mindful that when you go deep into something, it's going to get more intense. Your thoughts and emotions are going to be more intense. So it's important for you to really allow that Mercurian energy to just like chill out, help you chill out, help you analyze without overwhelming you. Okay. So really, really, really important. Okay. So that's what we have for Tuesday. So for Wednesday, you guys, we have at 4:30 p.m. Venus is going to go in. or Venus in Libra is going to quincunx retrograde Neptune in Pisces. All right. So Venus is the lower heart. And then I always say that because it's like, so Venus is the lower heart, and then you got Neptune at the high heart. Okay. So they combine forces to create unconditional love. All right. And also, of course, idealism from Venus, and romance, of course. So Venus and these two energies, I always think they go hand in hand. And when I see people who have these placements, they have really idealistic relationships, meaning like they put the mind my words right now, don't mind my French. They put the pussy on the pedestal type of energy. And then when they discover something on their own because they're unwilling to let you tell them how it really is, oh no, I love him or I love her. Then they discover something on their own. Then they'll be like, oh, I'm fucking disappointed. You know, I'm leaving. I'm disappointed. This is all shattered. I always see it that way. But anyway, dumb bitch energy. Oh my God, Lizzie. Okay, so anyway, so be mindful of those rose-colored glasses, okay? Don't be putting the pussy on the pedestal or the penis on the pedestal, all right? So don't just see what you want to see about these people, you know, or deny what's really happening in your relationship, okay? You have to be willing to see the truth about them, okay? You have to be willing to see their shadows, okay? So moving on. So on Thursday, November 12th, we have, oh, sorry, you guys, something, what the heck? All right. I think someone was, okay, I'm distracted, sorry. The blinders. All right, so for Thursday, November 12th, we have at 1:09 a.m. the sun in Scorpio sesquiquadrates retrograde Chiron in Aries. So this shit right here is gonna be intense. Just I'm laughing at it because I'm like, fuck. Because I'm like, another intense fucking transit. So anyway, the sun in Scorpio energy is about deep inner work, shadow work, discovering the truth regardless of how you feel about it. Meaning you're going to be pissed off. You might be blindsided, or you might think you're blindsided, but it's just really going deep and going into the darkness, okay? Whatever happens there happens, okay? But Chiron in Aries shines the light on any denial and any wounds or suppressions that we may have around the masculine expression of things, meaning like anger, will, drive, and our ego, you know. So both of these are in Mars-ruled signs, and so our relationships to Mars is being highlighted right now. So how do you feel about your masculine qualities? Like, how do you feel about your anger? How do you feel about, you know, expressing it? It's very important for us to investigate this, because if we're overly aggressive, or if we're not aggressive enough, or not, you know, we suppress our anger or anything like that, or we are allowing our anger to just rage, everything's out of balance. Everything's going to be out of whack. So it's really important for us to find out where this wounding comes from, either from one side of the spectrum to the other, and really heal that about ourselves. Okay. So, but also about taking action on it too, like really doing the work. So this is really important, because if we're just like sitting in meditation and saying, oh, I was angry yesterday. So this is mindfulness meditation. This is what usually happens. Like you kind of like go over your day. So I was angry because of this. And then you just continue going without really assessing why you got angry, then that's not really doing the work. Okay. So it's really sitting in that. What was triggered? Why was it triggered? How did you respond? How did you feel after you responded? What did you say? Things like that. It's really going through the motion. And even if you get pissed off again, allow it to happen, okay? Because there is a root cause to everything. And so we have to discover it, and this type of energy is perfect for that work to commence, okay? So, sorry. I'm reading the... Yeah. Yeah, stop getting so angry at yourself. Find out why you're always angry at yourself. Beating yourself up all the time. All right, that too, that counts too. All right, so at 11:22 a.m., Jupiter conjoins Pallas Athena in 22 degrees Capricorn, okay? And that's at like 12:42 p.m. later on. Pluto conjoins Athena at 22 degrees Capricorn, 22:51, I would say. And then it is connecting this energy, the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction happening later on with Pallas Athena, okay? So Pallas Athena is showing us the bigger picture, okay? So this is kind of like seeing the bigger picture surrounding what's going on in our society, with our relationships, with ourselves, things like that. So it's all about seeing all sides of the great cosmic play that we are involved in, okay? There can also be a magnification of the old paradigm, so old ideologies that are no longer in alignment with many souls' growth out here in this planet. Like the old paradigm is anything that suppresses, anything that denies, anything that is shrouded in selfishness and darkness, anything that is just envious of growth, of change, anything that chokes that, okay, or tries to snuff it out. So that's what the old paradigm is, okay? A lot of people relate the old paradigm as the old patriarchy and things like that. I don't like to make it seem like it's a negative connotation, because we have masculine energy within ourselves too. So that means we are definitely choosing to hurt our masculinity too, when we say, oh, patriarchy is evil and it's all about the matriarchy and feminism, things like that. That's out of balance. That's out of whack. We have to accept both energies within us. We have to accept both energies exist in our society, okay? And so can't be fighting with these energies, okay? So that's what it is. It's all about aligning with both, okay? And really seeing what is suppressing that? What is suppressing the masculine? What is suppressing the feminine? What's suppressing your voice? What's suppressing your emotions? What's denying you your freedom of speech? Things like that, right? So it's really important to do that. So we move on, and then Pluto's involved also with some massive power and control dynamics right now that's really playing out big time in our society, as you can see, especially in the United States, even beyond the United States. Like everything has a ripple effect. Like what happens here somehow affects other countries too, especially when it comes to like when you look at the stock market. When, for example, I hate talking politics, but I have to because this is a good example. So what I mean, Pluto involved has a ripple effect on other people's economy. So when Fox News announced that Biden was the winner or won certain states, China's stocks went way up. If you don't believe me, research it. Because I actually research a lot of stock. I have a lot of stocks in the stock market. I got a lot of Jupiter and Capricorn energy, so I'm all about the stock market. So anyway, it went really high. Companies, Chinese companies, as well as like their stock market, really high when that was announced, and it's still up and going. So I'm just letting you know. Watch that. So anyway, it has an effect. What happens here has an effect on the global markets, okay? Especially in China for some reason. You guys know the reason. So anyway, let's move on. So that being said, this energy is bringing us a need to really see beyond the veil. Okay, really see beyond the illusions of what this world is creating, beyond the illusion of political parties, political affiliations, even when it comes to monetary systems, looking beyond that, even looking beyond the stock market. Like I look beyond the stock market, and that's why I'm like really good at investing in certain stocks. I know when to bail out. So anyway, this one is also about understanding the shadows, okay, and even the shadow of the good versus evil. Okay, there is also a shadow in that type of energy. So this is the third and final transit of its kind. So this storyline started to unfold like in the beginning of the year. I think it was back in like March, like the end of March. I think it was like the 28th or something like that, where it started, right? China virus. China was in charge of the virus, right? And then it moved into so that was one of them. And then there is another one in like July. I think it was like, this was the midpoint of this story or this line. Okay. So that being said, when Jupiter conjoins Pluto at 22 degrees Capricorn for the third time and the final time, at 1:39 p.m. on Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. We're gonna see like this whole big crazy transit, and it's like this very intense energy for this whole year, along with Saturn conjunct Pluto that started back in January. So then we have also the Pluto square Aries energy that goes on into 2021. And then Jupiter conjunct Saturn in Aquarius coming soon during the winter solstice. It's just a lot of like Jupiter itself. It is the planet of like luck and and all this good shit, but it's also a fucking flamethrower. Like it's a fucking fuel to the flame. Like this motherfucker, yeah, he can bring you good luck and growth and evolution and all this crap, but he could also fucking poke your ass and tease you and piss you off. So so this is all it's activating, Jupiter's activating all of these planetary transit, and it takes them to like a higher like energy, a higher level of activity. Okay, so from today, from I would say Thursday through the 17th of November, Jupiter will push the Pluto Aries square as well. And this is the most important transit, in my opinion, of this year. And for the third and final time, that's when that's going to happen. So not only will we see this fucking fueling of the flames with these, transits, we're always going to see like how historically, Aries has influenced as well as had ties with the unfolding of what's happening with the collective, and the very disruptive energy of Aries in itself can clearly be seen on what's happening this year. Like from the pandemic, when the start of the pandemic, and we found out that China had it and all this other crazy shit, all of these riots, that was the Aries energy, and then Jupiter was like poking at her, boop, 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 like poke, 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 and so that's why it's been fucking crazy. All right. I'm a sun in Sagittarius, and I can tell you right now, sometimes I do that shit. Like sometimes I do fucking poke the bear. So anyway, you can see it clearly. Okay. So again, at its best, Jupiter is the light bringer or the greater benefit, right? But at its worst, it's the fucking flamethrower, the one that fuels the flame, okay, and disrupts energy, okay? So anyway, but the good side of this is that he's bringing us like a big opportunity for transformation, for evolution, and a rebirth after the death of, after the Pluto energy, of course, shadow, after death and endings, and the dark nights of the soul cycles that we're all going through collectively. You could even see it. Start of the pandemic. That was a straight up, the pandemic itself is a dark night of the soul. It is the epitome of shadow work. Okay. So Jupiter can also magnify the shadow of Pluto, and that's what we're seeing here. And it's going to be like this ruthlessness, this desire to take power, take control, dominate, manipulate behind the scenes, and be subversive, and just dark energy that we all have. Okay, humanity has this very dark side within ourselves of Pluto energy. Okay, it's not just all butterflies and rainbows. We do have this shit that we have to deal with. So that being said, Pluto is very intense and extreme energy, and Jupiter is adding more fuel to that Pluto energy. And it's already hot and heavy with that Saturn, Pluto, and Pluto Aries fire going on too. So this is going to be very much an intense time. But this is also, this pandemic it's a curse for a lot of people, but it's also a very much of a gift from the universe to those who wanted this, like time for a break, time to really fix your shit. You know what I mean? Like time to really take accountability for everything in your life, have time for self-healing, shadow work, deep inner work, things like that. And so even though we may think this is shitty that we have a pandemic and that all these lives are being lost, and that we can't go outside, or we have to wear a fucking mask, it's gonna look like a fucking dumbass, in my opinion, looking like a goofy, because it's like, that's not going to do anything for you. But whatever, everybody's psychology is like, oh, wear a mask, be safe. That's not doing shit for you. Okay, you're gonna catch the fucking Rona no matter what. Anyway, that being said, this is a perfect time to do this work because we have time for it. We don't have an excuse not to, you guys. We have perfectly been asked to do this work because we're heralding in the age of Aquarius. Things are going to be very different, and we're so used to the age of Pisces. We're so used to allowing, the darkness to run rampant and be hidden, and now it's coming to light. And so that's what the age of Aquarius's energy is pushing forward, is making sure that we understand that there is real fucking evil people out there, and unfortunately they are our government elected people. They're the rich. They're the ones that, benefit from our suffering. Okay. They're the ones that are making money right now, and we are not. That's how you see that's the fucking darkness right there. That's evil right there, where you have people who are million and billionaires, and they're not going to share their wealth with us, the poor, that people who are, out on the streets. It's like, it's a disparity. It's a fucking unbalanced economic and social structure that is being revealed to us. Okay. So moving on. So we have both Pluto and Jupiter sesquiquadrate Vesta in Virgo at 4:53 p.m. and then at 7:38 p.m. respectively. So Vesta in Virgo tends to be detailed oriented and wants to serve as well as see things clearly. Okay. And relies on discernment for this, okay, for this work. So Jupiter and Pluto are bringing light to the shadows, showing us what and who is distorting the world around us, meaning who's fucking playing God. And this is going to be great for us to become detectives, to really get to the bottom of what's going on out there, but be mindful not to be obsessive. So balance is key with this stuff. Okay. So moving on with Friday, we have Friday the 13th. Woo woo, yeah. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. I know there's a lot of like what, and I would say post paganism, meaning like when paganism was eradicated, because a new doctrine, a new religion, a new belief system became popular, Christianity. So before that, when we looked at the number 13, we looked at it as a very beneficial number. Why? Because there's 13 lunar cycles. There's and the transiting moon moves 13 degrees each day. And then you have a progress moon that moves 13 degrees each year. And then even the Aztecs believe that the number 13 was the energy of ascension, was the final act of humanity, the final face of humanity before the energy of creator, okay, before ascension, okay? And then we have, in Christian belief, the 13th apostle. I know this is denied, fully denied, but it was Mary Magdalene. If she really existed, it was her. She was the 13th apostle. So that being said, the number 13 is the energy of the goddess, okay? This energy is everywhere. It's within us. It's within our lunar cycles, is within our intuition, is within even Christianity. Mary Magdalene represents the goddess. Of course, she was defaced, defamed, denied. But the number 13 is important for this day, because even Friday itself, the name or the word that was given to this day comes from, it's translated in French and it means Venus. Okay, so that's the goddess energy too. So this is the day of the goddess. And so whenever people are saying anything negative about Friday the 13th, that is the shadow of the goddess, right? There is negativity within the goddess. There's also positivity. And so it is a balancing act here with Friday the 13th. It's all about harmonizing the feminine, harmonizing and connecting with the goddess within you, and so on and so forth. Okay. So that being said, this particular energy for this day is super potent. Okay. Friday 13 is kind of like one of the last full days of the dark moon, during the dark of the sun, or the Samhain season, and the solar Samhain gateway was back on the 6th. So it was like a few days ago. And so give yourself time on Friday to go deep during this dark moon energy, and dark sun energy, and to face your fears and shadows, to own your power and your passions, and to honor those aspects of the dark goddess as well as the light goddess within you, okay? Because this is all about balancing that, balancing the yin and the yang too, the masculine and feminine, but it's very much more important to understand that the goddess has two sides of her too, okay? And to really accept that about her and about yourself, okay? So that's what the 13th and Friday 13th energy is going to be definitely about, okay? So at 2:50 a.m., we have the sun in Scorpio quincunx the mean north node in Gemini. So this sun is shining the light on the shadow and power control struggles that we're seeing in society, these dynamics, which are holding us back from our evolution, like I said before, which are strangling that energy. But this is because of that North Node in Gemini, we have this wanting to be more open-minded, compassion, and have compassionate communication and truthful communication, accepting of other people's points of views. Okay. So then the sun in Scorpio is always about digging and looking for the shadows, right? Doing the work, right? But the North Node in Gemini prefers to be more about like curiosity and knowledge, so this North Node energy is also going to ask us to chill out a little bit, to relax a little bit, and to be open to different points of views, because there's different beliefs, there's different perspectives, there's different ways of handling and working through our shadows too. There's different ways of doing things. Okay. So be mindful, and as well as with your thoughts. Okay. Or thinking that you know everything too. So be open to seeing these truths, okay, that are coming towards you about yourself, about other people, about society, about the world around us. Okay. So that's what's important about this energy. So then we have, you have Vesta and Virgo. That's awesome. Lizzie, conspiracies. All right, so we have retrograde Neptune in Pisces trines Juno in Scorpio at 8:42 a.m. as well this day. And then Neptune and Juno can elevate our hearts to a space of higher love. This is kind of great for any type of beautiful mystical connections with others, like having intuitive connections, telepathic communication, just knowing, and then also with romantic relationships, having a deeper connection in that way, existing as one. I would say that's what this energy brings. So we need to be aware that these energies are going to be very idealistic and can be tuned into higher levels of things, but we shouldn't stay there the whole time. Okay. So it's best to use this aspect as it comes in from the high heart, to connect at a deeper level with others, intuitively speaking, but also understand that, any type of interactions that are not higher heart are going to be shrouded in selfishness and not grasping or understanding other people, as well as attached to the ego. I'll give you guys an example to this. Like, this is a beautiful energy to work with, because Neptune and Pisces, energy is all about, going beyond and seeing the oneness. But we have to understand that it could also have this delusional type of energy too. So we have to be mindful of that. So when it comes to that ego attachment, it's all about thinking that you know more than someone else, intuitively speaking, thinking that someone's intuition is false compared to yours, thinking you're right all the time, right? So that's what it is. That's the only thing that I'll say. That's kind of like, will be like a shadow to look out for. Okay. So at 9:53 a.m., Mercury in Scorpio says it quadrates retrograde Neptune in Pisces. And this is easy for us to see what we want to see in other people. Also, tell people what they want to hear, just to not rock the boat. So watch out for this type of deceptiveness within yourself, within other people, and just have compassion for yourself and forgiveness for yourself, and really accept reality for what it is. Okay, seeing the truth and the shadow that the shadow is bringing us for this in particular. So really important for us to balance this out. Okay, then we have retrograde Uranus in Taurus trines Vesta and Virgo at like noon. So Uranus Vesta energy is all about seeing the truth and bringing light to what is hidden in the shadows, with our career, with our work, with our money, with our health. Okay, so be willing to see the truth, because if we are in denial, this shit's gonna fucking spiral out of control, you guys. It's gonna get worse, and it's gonna be forceful later on. You're gonna be forced to change your circumstances, and it's gonna get out of hand. Okay, it's not gonna be by your hand that you quit a job. You're gonna be fired. Okay, so that's that's what this is bringing us. It's like, don't be too fucking comfortable in a toxic fucking career field, okay? Or at a toxic work environment because you're getting money, and that's your comfort zone right there because you're getting money. It's all about thinking beyond that. It's about thinking about your health, your mental health especially, and your stress levels. Like, how fucking sick are you right now if you're in a toxic work environment? You're dying pretty much. You're dying every night that you come home. You're slowly dying inside when you go there, right? So that's what it is. It's like this energy is telling you, don't be a dumbass. Like, look for something better. You know, there's always going to be something better out there, okay, for you especially. Or you're going to be forced. You're going to be forced somehow. It's not going to be by your own, you know, you're not going to have control over these changes, okay? If you fucking told the universe a long time ago, I wish I had a better job. I wish I made more money. I wish, you know, whatever the fuck, right? You said that a long time ago, like, meaning like when the new moon was coming in. Even the full moon in Taurus. This is projected to change now. Okay, this energy is about changing that shit, right? It's changing your circumstances for the better. But if you're like holding on to something that you know for a fact doesn't work for you, like where you're working at, you know, things like that, the career that you chose because you feel comfortable, that Taurus energy right there, you're going to be forced to leave. Okay. So just be ready. Okay. Be ready. Might as well you take, you know, those matters into your own hands instead of having to get fired or some crazy situation happens with a coworker or something like that you're forced to quit. Okay. So yeah. So then we have at 4:36 p.m. same day, you guys. This is all on Friday. Mars stations direct at 15 degrees Aries, completing the Mars cycle, going through the underworld. Okay, so going through that journey into the underworld that began back in September. So this is because the front end and the back end shadows of this period of Mars retrograde runs from September 25th through January of 2021. Okay. So this has been one of those really intense Mars retrogrades, if you guys haven't noticed, with all the rioting. So the Mars energy is all about the will, the warrior, the drive. But Mars in Aries is really assertive, very fiery and dynamic and passionate, but he could also be overly aggressive, passive aggressive, which is like one of my pet peeves, and dominant and violent. So you see this in society playing out, you know, right now with what's going on, especially since the beginning of 2020, I would say. So then Mars triggered this Pluto Aries square twice already, with one more occurring in December. I think it's the 22nd and the 23rd. That's going to happen again. So Pluto and Aries have been exposing the shadows, the power dynamics behind the scenes, the manipulation. With Mars stationary, the war god is all about dominating. Okay, this whole energy. So be careful with your actions, with your thoughts, with your ego energies this day. Okay, so moving on. We have Saturday, November 14th. So again, there's so much going on, you guys. It's just so much happening. Like, we're getting hit from every fucking angle, all right? There's no escaping these fucking transits. These are fucking intense. And because we're at the end of the year, this is shadow season still. And so I always think it's such a beneficial energy. It's Scorpio season. So it's very important for us to really, really work with the energy, you know, not push against it, but work with it. Okay. So for Saturday, we have at 5:30 a.m. Venus in Libra trines the mean North Node in Gemini. So this is kind of like destiny and fated events that are coming around any type of relationships, partnerships, balance, harmony, and focusing on that. And then we have, you know, both of these bodies are in air signs. And so this focus is about communication, collaboration, and seeing the truth and value of both sides. Okay, so both like whoever's involved in these type of dynamics. Okay, so the situations are all about finding common ground. Okay, so pay attention to your relationships. Find balance between yourself and another person, meaning the time that you spend working to love yourself, self-care, as well as caring for others. Okay, don't give too much, don't overburden yourself, and don't be too much of a Libra. I love Libras, but they do too much for others, and they like are burnt out all the time. So then we have the Sun in Scorpio sextiles Pluto in Capricorn at 11:48 a.m. This is linking the conscious self to the ego with the planet of transformation and evolution. The Sun and Pluto signs are kind of like doubling down in their energy here. And then we have Pluto Scorpio, like a very high potency there as well. So which is going to help us with going in deep when it comes to focusing on our inner work, as well as, transformation. Okay, so it's not just inner transformation, it's also outer transformation. So kind of like making sure that we understand that if things are not looking well in our relationships, or even with our self-image, like it's all about making a plan of action to really work through that. Okay, and come back into a place of balance, as well as feeling like you're really loving yourself. Okay, so anyway, this is a great day to focus on that, okay? As well as to just hold on to self-empowerment is key here, okay? Very important, okay? So in order for you to move forward with your life, to transform something, even something like your health, it does take will, it does take empowerment on your behalf for that to change, okay? So we got to make sure that we are not giving away our power in this energy too, and that we are stepping out of the victim mentality and making sure that we are definitely, in a solid and stable place within ourselves, so that we don't fall into those cycles once more. Okay, so that's very important with this energy too. Okay, so at 7:57 p.m. on Saturday, we have the Sun in Scorpio sextile Jupiter in Capricorn. So I would say, like, on the 12th, we had the third and final Jupiter Pluto conjunction, and the Sun was triggered by that energy. So the Sun Jupiter is really amazing to assist us with having an open mind, learning new things, teaching and writing and traveling, exploring. But with the Sun and Pluto sign, it's going to be kind of like the linking with the Jupiter conjunction Pluto. We kind of have a great time, or a great opportunity, to dive deep into shadow and mystery. Okay, so diving deep into like dream work, shamanic work, inner work, therapy, things like that, that'll help you with self-reflection, as well as connecting with your intuition, connecting to your dreams, because in the dreams there's symbolisms that you might need to understand for your current life. So we can access this spring of knowledge of spiritual understanding as well for that day. So use it wisely. Okay, focus on what you want to learn to grow. Don't focus on the darkness or fear or fear of the unknown, things like that. So that's a good energy for it. Okay, so then we also have on Saturday the new moon in Scorpio. That's going to be exact at 9:07 p.m. And this is going to start a new lunar cycle that is focused on mysteries, on shadow work. So the Scorpio new moon is great for, again, shadow work, shamanic healing, things like that. bringing the hidden to the light, and also we also have this new moon that's sextile to Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So it's going to amplify our capacity, I would say, our energy to transform. Okay. Jupiter Pluto is great for this type of work, and we are also going to feel like the sense of wanting to evolve, wanting to move beyond what we are comfortable in at this time, exploring different types of spiritual realities, meaning kind of like making sure that you are kind of like connecting with your intuition and traveling in the astral, things like that. So going beyond the veil, that's pretty much what this energy is going to push us towards, especially in this dynamic. Okay. So then we have the new moon also sextile Saturn and trines Pluto, making very, very amazing aspects with these energies. So the main aspect here is the quincunx to Aries. So this is the goddess of discord and chaos. So this is going to bring really unexpected and sudden type of change energy that is going to be very unstable or destabilizing and very destructive and ungrounding. So I feel like this is one of those pushes, like the Tower moment, but also the Death card combined, where this shit's gonna wreck your life. Like the things that you're holding on to that are toxic are gonna be wrecked. And so it's definitely going to reveal a lot of things for you. Like I said before, with that hard aspect of beforehand, where you're going to be forced to change something, especially with career and money, this is definitely there too. Okay. So this is a lunar Samhain energy too, the lunar Samhain gateway that is going to take us deep into the darkest part of our year here. So this is that's what we're seeing now play out in society with the power dynamics that have been hidden from us, a long time ago, and they're still trying to hide that bullshit from us. So just be aware that this is what's happening too. Okay. So we have for Sunday, hi Brittany, Mercury and Scorpio quincunxes retrograde Chiron and Aries. Oh my God. Okay. So both of these, sorry, you guys. I was just like, I know everybody's exhausted. I know I am. So both of these are in Mars-ruled signs. Okay, these are Mars-ruled signs, which can make for intense conflicts, aggressive communication. Mercury and Scorpio wants to get to the truth or to the bottom of things, and Chiron wants to work towards uncovering the wounding that we have around any type of anger suppression, any type of passive aggressiveness, overreactions, any type of dominating, controlling energy. Okay, especially violent energy. Okay, so we have to really dig deep here. So there's a high potential for healing for this energy, because it's like kind of like a common cycle that we have to really work with and not ignore. So it'll bring a lot of conscious energy to any type of wounds around this type of masculine aggressiveness that we might have within us. Okay, so pay attention to what comes up. Okay, especially with communication, with the way that you think about yourself, about your emotional outbursts, and any type of information. Okay, that brings. Okay. So then we have the Sun in Scorpio quincunxes retrograde Aries in Aries at 7:16 a.m. And this is kind of like the Sun Aries can bring up some kind of big stuff about like our navigating through our emotions. Okay. But it also has a conscious impact as well. So these are Mars ruled as well, and so having a healthy expression or connection to our anger is important here. Allowing ourselves to express it and not to I would say, I think like the most toxic trait anybody can have is passive aggressiveness, in my opinion, because it's kind of like, oh, you're gonna fucking try to like say something passive aggressive, and I'm gonna fucking slap you in your face because that's fucking annoying to me. I just like hate it so much, you guys. I think that's like the most toxic trait anyone could have. But that's what this is gonna bring in. Like, there's gonna be that shit that's gonna come up that's gonna trigger you, right? Some fucking bitch is gonna be like, maybe you should have done this instead, you know, and but that's whatever, you know. And you're gonna be like, fuck you. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I swear to God, you guys. I hate that shit. But anyway, that's what's gonna come up. Those types of scenarios, those types of like interactions with people, okay? So just be willing to see the shadows, you know, just be willing to integrate them and empower yourself, okay? Very important. So anyway, you guys, I fucking hate that shit. That's like the worst thing anybody can do. I swear to God. Like, I fucking feel like choking people when someone says stupid, like passive aggressive stuff like that to me. Oh my God. So, Brittany, you would have had in my old room. I like directness. And that's because it's my fire sign. I like directness. It's like, if you have fucking something shitty to say to me, you better fucking say it. You know, don't fucking go like, oh, you know, like, it's like, fucking say it, dude. Mars Aqua. You know what? I have Mars in Aquarius. I don't think so. I'm not passive aggressive. I straight out fucking say shit. I have Mars in Aquarius. Like, I am very direct. Like, if I'm pissed off, I'm saying, I tell you right now, like, you're fucking saying shit to piss me off, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. You know, like, I'm like that. But I honestly think Mars in, to me, the ones that I've seen that are very passive aggressive are like kind of like Mars and Taurus energy. I don't know if you guys, any type of earth sign, and Mars and an earth sign energy has been passive aggressive in my experience. And I fucking hate it. Especially, I would say, I think the ones that I've ever been faced with that would be like Mars in Virgo. And I'm just like, I'm gonna choke you out. Fucking choke you out. Seriously. All right. Anyway, let's move on. So we have at 11:43 a.m. on Sunday. Yeah, we're still, wait, are we still? Yeah, we're on Sunday. Looking at the fucking chart. All right, Venus in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. So this is, Venus Pluto can be very passionate, very sexual, very intense, very potent energy. But that tense nature of that square can also bring up all kinds of shadows, all kinds of like power control dynamics, especially with possessiveness, with sexual like aggressiveness, as well as jealousy, and even has kind of like a intense toxic element to like finances and relationships. Okay, so like your relationship and finances, how you feel about that, how are you guys both doing financially speaking? Okay, so that, you got to be careful for that with that. So ever since Venus moved into Libra, it's been getting hit by a lot of tense transits, if you guys haven't figured it out. So like transits to Chiron, Uranus, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Aries. So the surface facade is definitely fading. Okay, so it's definitely being tested with this poor Venus and Libra energy. So if relationships are solid and are built off of a solid foundation, then they're going to be like strengthened. Okay, but if they're not, that they've been built off of lies and deceit, then they're gonna fall apart. Okay, so I would say a good example of this would be this, you guys, where a solid relationship will be based on factors such as respect, trust, understanding, cooperation, and really pretty much unconditional love. The ones that are going to be super tested are the ones that are just full of lies and deceit from the beginning, like cheaters, for example. Like you were in a relationship with someone else and all of a sudden you started cheating on that person with this person, and then you left that person for that person, and you guys started off as cheaters, right? And so that's just not gonna fucking last. Like that's the shit that's gonna be destroyed, because guess what? Once a cheater, always a cheater. I've seen this so many fucking times. Okay, like for example, my daughter's dad, we were married, he cheated on me. He left. When we got divorced, well, before we got divorced, because I was pregnant with her, he was cheating on me, and then I found out. I confronted him about it, because like I said, I don't fuck around. All right, I'll fucking tell you, all right, how it is. And so I confronted him about it. He lied through his teeth. I asked for a divorce. Then his girlfriend, who he was cheating on me with, pressured him to divorce me, right? Because she wanted him all by herself, and she was married too. So, so then they got together, and he's been cheating on her this whole entire time, on and off relationship, always cheating on her cheating on him. Never gonna fucking last. Never. And they have a kid together now too, so it just makes things even more complex. So anyway, that's the type of relationship that's gonna fucking fail completely. Go into a big blaze of fucking shitstorm of shitty fucking energy. All right, that's what's gonna be fucking tested with these fucking squares and shit. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, those relationships have been on a good, beautiful, mutual understanding, respectful and grounded and strengthened energy are gonna last. They're long lasting. Okay, so it's definitely all about balancing is key here with these transits that were opposing Venus and Libra, because you got Venus and Libra that is idealistic. It's all about beauty and harmony and love. And then you got all these fucking Chiron, Uranus, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Aries are saying, nah, bitch, you're not fucking looking at this shit the right way. All right. Oh my God. So that's what's gonna go down with this. All right. So then we have Pallas Athena in Capricorn squares retrograde Aries and Aries at 4:10 p.m. And this is gonna create some big tension between these planets. Okay, so big things are going to happen politically here. Okay, behind the scenes, we're not going to be privy to this. All right, we are definitely seeing that shit right now too, where we are being lied to, we're being manipulated still right now. But Sunday it's going to be more of that. So we're not being told the full story here. Okay, there's missing aspects to the story. There's missing shit, right? But anyway, Pallas is magnifying what needs to be seen and dealt with. Aries is pulling back the curtain to reveal, the truth about the shadows that we've allowed to go on this far in our societies. Okay, this is on all of us. If we want to create a society where things are fair, where things are just, and things are great for everyone, then things are being revealed with this transit. Okay, so we have Pallas triggering the Pluto Aries square this week on the 12th and then on the 15th. And then right while Jupiter is also in the midst of triggering Pluto in Pallas on the 12th, big astrological things are unfolding with the politics of our society, our environment, our world. And so it's very important for us to really find our center in the midst of the storm, I would say, and really be grounded in ourselves and our intuition, and don't fucking trust what you're hearing, you guys. Don't fucking trust what you're hearing with the media, okay? Because it's all fucking lies. It's all fucking smoke and mirror shit, okay? So at 6:14 p.m., we had Mercury in Scorpio. It says it quadrates the mean north node in Gemini. And so this again is all about paying attention to any type of conversations, any type of information, any type of revelations that are coming in for us. Okay. So these things are being illuminated again, like I said. So again, trust your intuition. Don't be manipulated by others. Okay. It's really important. Okay. So then we have Venus in Libra squares Jupiter in Capricorn at 9:33 p.m. And then this is kind of like, for me, it feels like Jupiter, again, fucking Uncle Jupiter, has conjoined with Pluto again with that same energy, and Venus squares both on Sunday. So there's going to be more shadows brought to the light. There's going to be energy that's going to be presented to us so we could work with. Watch out for any type of avoidance, any type of excess, any type of like sweeping things under the rug, ignoring the facts. That's important to watch out for. And because it just feels like everything that we're being fed in the popular media and social outlets and social media outlets, for example, is it's not the truth completely. Okay, you guys, like it really isn't. And so this is what these squares are bringing to us, is they're revealing to us like the bullshit that has been going on for hundreds of years, even thousands of years on this planet. The bullshit with our societies having a fucking hierarchy and shit like that. Okay, that's what it's revealing. All right, of us fucking having to have leaders that lie to us constantly, or having to believe that people are helping us when they're not. I would say, to me, the most important thing for you guys to do is to detach from that and to really focus on you, really focus on your relationships, and really focus on where you want to go, okay, your future. Because I feel like if we focus on the bullshit that's happening, the manipulation that's happening, we're going to be overwhelmed. We're going to be in a negative mindset, and it's going to force us to just not do the work that we are here to do for ourselves and for others. Okay, so it's really important for us to really take back our power when it comes to this. Okay, so that's all I have for the transits for this week. So I'm gonna close this. There we go. All right, so anyway, we're gonna start the readings, you guys. So my first one is Metzli. You have a past life reading for you. So we're going to use the Galactic Heritage deck for that. Let's see. Let me grab some water. Okay, I'm going to calling your higher self and guides. Ooh. Okay, so you got number 3, change, Andromeda Galaxy. All right, so they're showing kind of like this rainbow bridge So this is like an energy, okay? So to me, energy show, it comes in symbols and stuff like that. So they show like this rainbow bridge that connects from the Andromeda galaxy to this one, the Milky Way, and it comes all the way into the Earth. The rainbow starts to spread itself, kind of like the Earth is a prism, and it starts to shine different lights and different people around the globe, right? You just happen to be one of those that are within that prism. The light that's shining through it and attaches to you. So that being said, there are many people on this planet who've had numerous past lives in the Andromeda galaxy, and the wisdom that they retain from the Andromeda is set or to activate sometime in their life so that they could access it. So there's a lot of things that have history with the planet itself, but there's a lot of things that don't have history with the planet, that is straight out from Andromeda itself. To me, the rainbow energy is always an Andromeda energy. Okay, so working with the rainbow energy is important. Any type of multi dimensional energy is important. What they're showing me is these past lives connecting to the Andromeda galaxy are coming here in this current lifetime. And so the way that it's expressed is through your intuition, through your thoughts, through your knowing. Okay, so you're getting glimpses here and there, and all you have to do is really record this, because the Andromedans themselves were recorders of incidents of history. Okay, they're historians. I always see them as historians. And so any type of incident that happened or transpired in this galaxy or other galaxies, the Andromedas recorded it. Okay, they were in charge of that. But of course, they had other jobs too. But this is the main focus for your particular past lifetime, is being the recorder of history, understanding the cycles of life and death and rebirth, understanding how societies rise and fall, things like that, right? And preparing for these things. Okay, so they're showing you in this past life traveling through interdimensional portals in between galaxies. So non-physical, okay, non-physical being. Excuse me. And then they're saying kind of like, you have to remember that about yourself, or you're always traveling in interdimensionally, you're always traveling through portals, you're always receiving information, and you got to trust what you receive. If you need to do things such as verify what you receive as being right, then use tools that can be at your disposal. Use a pendulum to verify. Use your journaling, writing down your experiences. Okay, use your cards like this. Use tarot. Whatever it is to verify, so that you can start believing in yourself and your intuition and what you're receiving. Okay, for me, it feels like there's more about a connection to writing, because historians connection to Andromeda, you used to be one. And so you recorded time, you recorded life, you recorded experiences, things like that. And so they're saying it's time for you to do the same thing here. Okay, it's time for you to record that for your own personal growth and benefit, as well as to assist humanity in the long run, because it's kind of like recording your journey, as well as recording your intuition, so you could trust it more. Okay, so let me see. They're also saying, because one of your main focuses is clear cognizance as a intuitive gift, and they're saying allow yourself to, whatever comes in. Okay, don't judge it, just write it down. Okay, don't especially if you're in a state of like fear, don't explore it even further until you get out of that state of fear and allow yourself to really refocus your energy into looking beyond your initial receiving of the energy or symbol that you received. Okay, so they're saying get out of your way. Don't overthink things. Just let yourself be. Okay. Very important for you to do this. Okay. I would recommend, or kind of like your guide is kind of like saying, meditate to connect if you need to, or just start doing something with your hands. Maybe going outside and working on a garden, or working with plants, things like that to connect you. Because when you work with your hands, they're showing kind of like you're working with your hands, writing, planting things, working with the dirt, working with, things like that, creating things with your hands. That's when things come in. Okay. Because you're not focused on connecting, right? Because you're always connected. Like even with cooking, that's when ideas come in. Walking, that's when ideas come in. Things like that, right? And so it's important for you to allow yourself to do these exercises in order for you to really hone in on your intuition and trust it, okay, and work with it. So change is all about allowing yourself to move beyond what you feel you don't have, or you're limiting yourself from. Okay, so change happens when you allow yourself to do that. Okay, so with your intuition in particular, because it keeps highlighting that's like really important for them. They're saying if you want your intuition to be to work the way that you want it to work, you're never going to do that. Okay. It's never going to function that way. It's more channeling than anything. Channeling work is dynamic. It is not forced. Okay. And so you can't force your intuition to work when you want it to work. Okay. The best thing you can do is working with it daily. Okay. Through, again, meditation, doing activities that help you zone out, pretty much. Okay, and help you receive. Okay, and so that is all that your guides are saying, but they're always focusing on that in particular. Okay, but again, that Andromeda connection is about that. Okay, letting yourself to flow, to channel, and to allow that in. Okay, and working with your hands is important. For some reason they keep highlighting that. historian working with your hands. Okay, so that's important for you to know. Let's see. Okay, so what's that? Oh, this is, you could always look back at this time when I did your reading. It's going to be on YouTube, so you'll always have access to this video on my YouTube. You're welcome. All right. Writing is important for you too. Writing. They keep highlighting that too. So thank you, guides. Okay. Moving on. We have, let's see, Maxine. With past life reading. Okay, Maxine. All right. Maxine, I'm going to do your past life reading. Jesus. Just jumped right out. Okay, so number 81, learning to nurture from Zeta Reticuli. So I'm going to connect to this real quick. Okay, so here we go. So we have they're showing this kind of like bubble. They're showing this little alien being in the bubble, and they're showing other little alien beings in bubbles themselves. And they're not interacting. They're not communicating. They're just kind of like rolling around in their bubbles. Hold on, let me focus even more. So it's kind of like this expression of what's happening in the world today, where people are just focused on themselves and they don't even know what's going on outside of themselves, right? The thing with this is like it's you in the bubble, and but there's more things in the bubble. It's not just you in the bubble. They're showing kind of like you having your bubble filled with other people, filled with other ideas, with other energy. And so the nurturing aspect of this that's coming up is you're self-nurturing. Okay. You're nurturing other people brilliantly and beautifully, but you're not self-nurturing. So it's kind of like this is coming from this past life where there's like this like this connection between working for others and working for yourself, doing for others and doing for yourself. Okay. In this society in particular of this past life, they're showing kind of like a very, very, I would say 9 to 5 mentality, meaning like you clock in and then you clock out. You do things for other people, for whoever needs your assistance, things like that, but you never take time for you. Okay. And it becomes overwhelming over time because it starts to get, you start to get burned out. It starts to stress you out. It starts to get harder to rest and to focus on you. Okay. So they're saying this is where that connection's coming from, is a restlessness, a need for you to help others, but when it comes to you, you never really have time. Okay, because you're so busy with other things. Okay, so your guides are asking you to, really take time for yourself. I know it's hard right now to take time for yourself because you're in a type of a career where it's super selfless, and it's super focused on others, right? And so I don't know if they stopped you guys from taking a vacation or stopped you guys from taking days off or anything like that, but they're saying it's time for you to take a vacation. It's time for you to take a break, a vacation, go somewhere beautiful, if you can, things like that, because it's time for self-care and self-love and self-focus. Okay. And this is really important because this has been kind of like more or less the theme throughout your entire life, where you're like, okay, I gotta do this for this person, I gotta do this for that person, I gotta do that for that person, and then you're like, oh shoot, I forgot to do this for me. And so they're saying, yeah, it's time for you to break that cycle. It's time for you to really, really focus on helping yourself and nurturing yourself and doing things for you, things that you like to do. Okay, if you're going to have somebody accompany you on vacation, make sure you do things you want to do too. It's not just for them. Okay, so it's really important here, Maxine, that you really do things for yourself. Okay, like I said before, you have this this career path that doesn't allow you to focus on you. It's more about focusing on other people. Okay, so that's why it's important to balance that, to refocus on you, reharmonize that energy. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Maxine. Let's see. For my next one, we have a 3-card Galactic for Denise Cole. And that's it for today for Denise. The other 2 are for tomorrow for Denise Cole. You're welcome, Maxine. I hope you guys do get like vacation and time off, because that's everything you guys are doing is awesome, but you guys do need time off. All you medical workers out there, first responders, you guys need a vacation. All right, so Denise Cole, you're next for your 3-card Galactic. And then after you is Samantha for a 3-card Galactic. And then after Samantha is Mike for a 1-card. And then Leah for a, oh, that's for tomorrow, Leah, the Galactic. Yay! Okay. We're going to do the Starseed Oracle for you, Denise, for this week. Let's see what you got going on this week. Ooh. Ooh. I'm like, ooh. Oh, nice. You know what's funny? It's like your reading is exactly what's happening with the transits, so it's kind of like coincides with it, so that's good. All right, so for Monday and Tuesday I pulled the Activate the Earth card for you. So as you see, this looks like it looks like Stonehenge to me. So I always thought it was like a portal to another realm, or to even to the galaxy, because it's like kind of mimics like star systems and stuff like that. So they're kind of asking you to focus on any power place, any ley lines around you or near you, any power place around your location, or your personal preferred ancient ruined location. Okay, like we're your guide is saying Egypt in particular. So focus the energy there. For some reason, they're asking you to do energy work there, to travel there, either in meditation or project your energy while you astral travel when you're sleeping. Well, however you do this, they're saying it's needed. Okay. So for Monday and Tuesday, they want you to focus on that. Focus on working on your power location, okay, or your power place. So Egypt happens to be your power place in particular. It has like this coincidental energy from where you're at, where you're living. It's kind of like across the sea right there. It's like this connection. There's like, so there might be a ley line that goes through it right there. So that's why you're where you're at. And it's like Egypt's like right there. And so that being said, focus your energy there, work with the energy that needs to be worked with there. I feel like there's a lot of codes that are going to come in for you with that location, a lot of activations, as well as you activating for the earth. Like it feels like you're doing clearing there. You're doing clearing and healing for the earth there. And you're also bringing in like activation codes, okay, from different realms there, from different past lives. They're showing kind of like this portal opening when you're there. It opens up and you receive, okay? So that's the focus from Monday and Tuesday they want you to work with, okay? So the next one is for Wednesday and Thursday, Star Ancestors. So and of course, it's Egypt. So for this one, we have Ma'at on here, Hathor, Sekhmet. We also have Isis. And on the masculine side, we have Horus. We have Thoth. And who is this? It's like this air god. I forgot his name. But anyway, and Ra, of course, in the middle. So you're being asked for Wednesday and Thursday to further evaluate this connection to your star ancestors and the Egyptian lineage that they provided you. Okay, there's hidden wisdom here. There's also a need for you to look deeper because there's lost information, okay, that you've been trying to discover for a while. I am not sure if you own any Libyan glass, but they're showing this Libyan glass thing, like kind of like it would be kind of small, like this small, like I would say here, like something like this size, but Libyan glass, and they're saying that you need it for this work too. And if you don't have it available, you could just call in the energy of Libyan glass to assist you with this work for Wednesday and Thursday. But they want you to really understand certain things that happened when the ancestors, the sky beings, came to Egypt and connected us with the knowledge of the universe, connected you in particular with a lot of the hidden mysteries, a lot of esoteric wisdom that was lost when Atlantis fell. But you are one of the keepers of this wisdom, and so it's kind of like they're trying to refocus you on connecting there because it's needed here. Okay, so it's needed in this present lifetime. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do for Wednesday and Thursday. So then we have for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the great severing, and this is Mars energy. So remember, there's a lot of Mars energy happening for the transits this week, and so it's going to be intense. So this is all about Mars energy, about anger, about conflict, about, understanding it within you. Okay, so really, instead of suppressing that aspect of yourself, the masculine in that way, really highlight it and hone it in. Really explore it, okay, and kind of soften yourself and have compassion for yourself for those aspects of you, okay. Really love that about you, okay, because that's in so many ways it could be harnessed for empowerment, okay. So no one could push you around type of energy for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, okay. So that's what I have for you, Denise. Yes, awesome. But yeah, if you don't have it physically, you could bring it in energetically. I usually do that when I don't have some gemstones physically, and I've been because my guides always have so when I close my eyes, my guides are ethereal. They look ethereal, meaning they look translucent, transparent, and so they always have this hand out, and then everything else is like in shadow, and they always have something in their hand that they're giving me, or some type of gemstone that they're telling me I have to work with. And then I ask them, well, I don't have that, and they're like, bring in the energy. So I would always recommend that to you guys. If you guys don't have certain gemstones that you've been thinking about buying or purchasing, or maybe you've been wondering about, just bring in the energy. Okay, it's get time and space and material, separation is not real, energetically speaking. And so you could transcend any space and bring in energy from anywhere. Okay, so I would always recommend that to everyone. You're welcome, Denise. All right, so next one we have is Samantha Ochoa. So Denise, for tomorrow we'll do your 2 healings. So Samantha Ochoa, if you're here, Sammy, let me know so we could do your 3 card. 1111 portal. Yeah, that's coming up. Yeah, that is in 2 days. I got a text from Mike. I told him about the transits. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? And he's like, yeah, dude, next week too. And I'm like, oh shit. All right. Samantha Cruz Ochoa, you have a 3-card galactic guidance. So I'm just gonna pull cards for you, okay, love? And again, you guys, if you guys ever want to replay this for your readings, you always have the opportunity to come back to the channel and look for it. Just make sure you annotate the time for when I gave you guys your reading. It's about an hour and 48 minutes now. So if you got one before Denise, then it'll be about 10 minutes prior or so. So just check on that. There you are, Samantha. I felt you. You and your Scorpio energy. This is your fault. All you Scorpios making us suffer. Just kidding. Making us do shadow work. God damn it. Scorpio's like, yeah, welcome to my life. All right, here we go. Samantha, we have for Monday and Tuesday the Hathors coming in for you. Okay, so it's kind of like a connection. You know, the Hathors are an energy, a collective consciousness or group conscious energy. They have a very motherly energy as well as very goddess-like energy, but nurturing. Okay, very nurturing energy, very loving energy. Even though when you look at Egyptian mythology, Hathor was the goddess of love and beauty, but there's also a collective consciousness of Hathors that have a similar signature. So exploring this signature or connecting to this signature for Monday and Tuesday is important for you because you have to connect with the goddess within you, the loving and nurturing side of yourself. There's a lot of things has been going on in your life. Your guys are showing there's a lot of like roughness, a lot of shadow work that you've been doing and you need a break. So this will be perfect for you for Monday and Tuesday, having this beautiful break with just being you, being in that goddess energy, connecting to the Hathor energy of love, of motherly love, of birthing in a new creation of the divine feminine. Very supportive, very, very nurturing energy that you need at this time. Okay, so they want you to focus on you, on self-care, on self-love, and taking a break from everything else. Okay, so that's for Monday and Tuesday. And then for Wednesday and Thursday, you have Jump In. And this one is the Eye of God galaxy. I don't know if you've ever seen it out there, but it's also a combination energy. It feels like it's to me, it represents your connection to creator and the co-creator within you, okay? And saying yes to changes, saying yes to a new adventure, a new chapter in your life is important. To trust that creator has your back, that everything that's going on in your life is serving a purpose, a higher purpose, okay? And so they want you to really take the time to analyze what that is, what you want to formulate, what you want to create, and then just take it on, just jump right in. Like it says, jump right in. Don't hesitate. Don't be in fear. Change happens, and allowing yourself to go with the flow is important at this time, especially because this is going to be truly beneficial for you in the end. Okay. So then we have for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're being called to action here. Okay, you're being asked to go on your soul's journey on the path that you've chosen this lifetime. You're being asked to step it up, right? So it's definitely important for you to really see things through. Okay, like I said, with the transits, it's going to push us with that, especially with our careers, with where we want to go, how we want to make money, the life that we want to build, the future that we want. Okay, so it's going to be very much the energies of the transits are going to push you towards that too. Okay, Sam, so be mindful of that. Choose your exit or choose your path instead of being pushed towards it. Okay, it's really important for you to do that. Have control of this. By control, I mean you choose when you want to go. All right. So that's what I have for you, Sam. No, Brittany, no, not really. we have after Samantha is Mike, and then after that's it. And Leah, yours is for tomorrow. Your digital, your galactic code and energy is for tomorrow, Leah. So right after Sam is Mike, and that's it. That's all I have, Brittany. All right, Mike. So you want a 1 card. Mike, do you have a specific question you want me to answer, or do you just want me to like pull a card for you? And then tomorrow we're going to start around this time too at 7 p.m. Central, which is 8 p.m. Eastern, and 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain. And we're going to do energy work tomorrow. So if you guys purchase energy work ahead of time, thank you so much, because that helps me prepare for that. But that's how it goes. You can purchase throughout the live for readings for today, for Mystic Mondays. But for TOLTEC Tuesdays, you have to purchase if you want energy work before the live begins, okay? So, yeah. You're welcome, Sam. Remember, you take control, or the universe will do it for you. The transits are like, you guys better choose, or we're going to choose it for you. Okay, just pull a card. All right, Mike. So I'm going to do it with the galactic one for you too, Mike. Okay, Brittany, do you have a question for your card? Let me know when it's your turn. If not, we'll just pull a card for you. Okay, love? Let's hear what you got. Okay, Mike. You're not for everyone. Embrace who you are, okay? So, to me, this feels like a very Mercurian and Jupiter energy, like these two combined. I say this because it's like, I always feel like people who are Mercurian energy or Jupiter energy always have a hard time with being judged by others very harshly. I mean, we could take it because we don't care, but sometimes we do care. It really depends. But this one, it feels like you're being told, embrace who you are no matter what. You know, embrace your weirdness, embrace everything about yourself. You know, and always understand that even though, you know, you're not for everyone, it doesn't matter. You're for the right people, okay? The people who are in your life are the ones that are supposed to be in your life. You know, those who are supportive of you and how you've grown, you know, and where you're going, those are the right people for you, okay? That being said, you know, facing this truth about yourself is important too, and really doing something with this weirdness or these intuitive gifts that you have is super important too, because it feels like, because like, your guys are kind of like, it's embracing this and who you really are and the potential that you have to assist others with that weirdness, with that intuition, with those gifts, okay, is important too, okay? And so it's kind of like trusting it too is important, and trusting that whatever you're being guided to do with your gifts is gonna benefit a lot of people in the end, okay? So just be yourself, trust your intuition, and really allow it to navigate your day-to-day you know, life, okay? So that's important, okay? So that's all I have for you, Mike. Okay, Brittany, whatever comes to you, to me, to you, whatever. Whatever. Ooh, girl, you're gonna be busy this week. I'm just kidding. So activated Earth, that's what you got. So this is power locations, which is important for everybody to know their power place. Like everyone has a power place. Everyone has a specific location that they're supposed to be at, okay? And also a specific ancient ruin around the world that they're supposed to work with, okay? So it doesn't mean that it's just one. It just means at this time you're focusing on one location at a time, okay? So if you feel guided to work with the energies of your current location, then do so. If you're being guided to work with the energies of ancient ruin in Mesopotamia, then do so. And then after that, when you work with that and you get to know the energy and what it needs from you, then you move on to another one, so that's how energy works happens for the earth. So you, Brittany, you're being asked to do that. You're being asked to focus on healing as well as embracing your healing abilities by working with these power places. Okay, so where you live, that's your physical power place at this time, okay? And it could change if you move to a different one. If you're being guided to move somewhere else, then that's your true one, okay? So at this time, wherever you're at, you're working with that energy. They're asking you to work with the energy of your current location, but also project and work with the energy of an ancient ruin place. So whatever comes to mind to you that you really wanted to go and see physically, that you have this deep connection to, you're working with that, okay? You're doing it consciously because you've been doing this subconsciously, meaning in dream space. You've been going there in dream time, okay? So they want you to do it consciously. So being aware that you're doing the work, okay? It makes it even more beneficial. It makes it even more powerful, okay? So they want you to sit with yourself, and you don't have to do this really intense, crazy meditation. You just sit there and just put an intention out and say, hey, my intention is to listen to the energies around me and to listen to the mother and what she needs from me at this time. And that's what you do. And then whatever you're being guided to do, if to put energy down or pull it up or whatever it is, transmute, you do it, okay? And the same thing goes with the location. And you just sit with yourself, just say, right now I'm listening to what the location needs from me and what I need to do to assist that location, and vice versa, okay? So that's going to be what your guides are trying to have you do, okay? So that you can have a deeper connection to the earth, all right? So that's what I have for you, Brittany. You're welcome, Brittany. All right. Let me go ahead and check my PayPal again. Let's see. What the heck? Oh my God, I am not a robot. Hate when they do that. Oh my God. All of these crazy security measures. Okay, hurry up. Okay. Oh, yes, I accept the cookies. Talking about cookies, now I want some. All right, so that's all I have for the readings for today. And for tomorrow, for energy work, I have Denise and I have Leah for your drawings. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting this channel, and thanks for sharing, as well as, just being you. It's really important for you guys to accept who you are as healers here on this earth plane. You're doing the work subconsciously, you guys. Like I said this before, everyone that's a healer here is doing the work already, but to magnify the work, it is important for us to do it consciously, okay? And so if you guys have time this week, especially because of these heavy transits, focus on what you need to focus on for yourself. And then, of course, give a little out to the universe and to the world so that we can assist one another in really bringing, everything that this beautiful shadow season is helping us with to the light. Okay, we have to really focus on seeing the truth, even if the truth is ugly, even if the truth hurts, with what's going on with our society, with what's going on with our relationships with other people, things like that. We need to really see this because this is the end of the year, and it's important for us to have this work done so that we can come in and allow new beautiful energy of the new year to come in to assist us with really transforming our lives for the better, as well as helping the world itself, go on the right trajectory or the right path towards enlightenment. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much once more. Tomorrow we're going to start again like at 7 p.m. We're going to start with the Aztec astrology for the week, and it's usually from Tuesday to Tuesday, okay, for the day signs. And then I'll go on with the energy healings and activations for tomorrow. Okay, love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be mindful of these energies, you guys. Don't fall for the hype. Okay, don't let people manipulate you into thinking their way. Don't let them manipulate you into being in a negative mindset because of what's going on with the elections. Okay, just let things play out. Okay, and focus on you and on the truth to be revealed. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.